Hey there, survivors. Cougar here, kicking off our guided gameplay series for the amazing underwater survival game Subnautica Below Zero. First couple of episodes, we'll have the early access watermark in the upper right-hand corner. I wanted to get a couple in the bag for launch day. Let's kick this off.
This is the farthest I can take you on company space bucks, Robin. You're sure you want this? The research isn't everything.
It is to me, and Sam. I need to know what happened.
The meteor storm.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
Whoop! Look out! Don't hit that! No. Okay. Whew. Everything's gonna be fine.
Approaching 46 feet. Surface temperatures.
Go!
Drop pod deployed.
Uh-oh. Hang in there, Robin. You got this. Yes. Nice landing. Any landing you can walk away from, right, Robin? Nice. Here we are. And there's our drop pod. Our drop pod coming down over there.
46 feet.
And we should be able to... Thank you. Oh. I was going to say we should be able to patch that up, no problem. But now I think maybe not so much. So let's run around and see if we can retrieve some stuff that landed down here with us.
New blueprint synthesized.
Like some nutrient food blocks, some water bottles, some flares. It wants me to open a PDA. Sure, okay, it's open. We opened it. Alright, more flares here. I think we're... Okay, one more flare. That's it. Now we're done with flares. No more flares. Isn't it nice you can warm up here by the burning wreckage? Ah, whew, feel better. Another nutrient food block. If I could find another nutrient food block, I would be very happy. But I'm not seeing any lying around. Oh, there's one over there. Excellent. Now let's get out of here. Hello, Thermal Lily. Aren't you pretty? Yes. And warm.
Holy smokes. That did not go as planned. I should find a way into the water and get to the drop pod.
Sounds like you have a plan, and I'm all for it. Let's go. Oh, we're back in the water, everybody. Isn't it nice? It's been a while. We're probably going to need something to eat at some point and something to drink. So why don't we pick up a couple of fishies as we swim along here, heading for the drop pod,
New creature discovered.
which is marked by that gigantic icon over there.
New blueprint synthesized.
Also gonna break some titanium or some limestone outcrops, get some copper or titanium.
Oxygen.
One more bladderfish. It's beautiful. What a beautiful planet. Really, really nice. Hey, penguin. Hi, penguin. All right, so there's our drop pod. But I already have an idea of some of the stuff that we're going to want to craft as emergency survival equipment right off the bat. So why don't, instead of going right into the drop pod, why don't we swim around for a minute and pick up some stuff like some
Plants contain electrolytic materials that can be used in energy storage.
energy storage like you would use in a battery. So probably going to need some of those to make batteries. And now we're looking for some creep vines. I see some off in the distance there. Let's grab another snack.
Cache nearby.
Okay, and we've got a beacon for an Altera emergency supply cache nearby, 200 meters that way. We're not ready for that yet, though. Let's make ourselves some basic survival gear before we head off and do stuff. For that, we're going to need some Creepvine seed clusters.
New blueprint synthesized.
We're going to use these to make silicone rubber and
Oxygen.
lubricant. And we're also going to, we can also drink them to get some fresh water. Oh, oh. Stay off of there, hon. Okay, so we've got some creepvines. How many do we have? Let's check our inventory. We've got 4. We'll pick up a couple more as long as we're here. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, now let's head back and start crafting some gear. Pick up a couple of quartz along the way. Maybe another limestone outcrop. And we have 2 bladderfish. Let me pick up a third
Oxygen.
if I can. Yep, okay. Now we have 3, which will allow us to make 2 bottles of water and an air bladder for getting up to the surface quickly.
Found the drop pod.
What do you want, a medal? Logs and communications. I'm sorry about your
I want
sister.
to offer my sincerest condolences on the passing of your sister. I got to know Sam better towards the end of my mandate with Altera on 4546B.
Gonna make some
when
silicone
we were
rubber.
thrown together as base mates at Outpost Zero.
Gonna make some
She
lubricant.
spoke often and fondly of you. I thought you should know, it didn't sit right with me when Altera blamed Sam's death on negligence. The Samantha Ayu I met was many things. Kind, clever, devoted to her work, but never negligent. I wish I could offer you something more substantial, but my access to information has been cut off. You may be in a better position to look into things than I am. If you're able to, Delta Station was our HQ. They were in a big hurry to leave, and there might still be information to be found there.
Okay.
It
we'll
has a
look
big
for
radio tower.
Okay.
Impossible to miss.
big radio tower.
I
Got
hope
it.
you find the answers
Yep.
you seek.
I hope so too.
Lillian Bench.
Okay. Bye, Lillian. Nice
Well,
talking
Sam,
to you.
I guess I might as well gather some tools and resources before starting my search.
Yes,
Hope
that's
that radio tower's as easy to spot as Lil said.
what we're doing. We're trying to make some tools and resources and stuff. So one of the things we picked up a couple of ribbon plants and some copper ore so we can make a battery. We also made we used a bunch of the silicone rubber the creepvine seed clusters to make silicone rubber. We also made a lubricant in case we need it. We also used a couple of pieces of quartz to make a piece of glass in case we need it. And now we're going to go to sustenance, cooked food, cook a couple of the hoop fish we picked up because we start with a half full belly. It's been a while since we ate. So we're going to have to feed ourselves soon. And we're going to turn a couple of those bladder fish into filtered waters. And now we should be able to go to personal equipment and use some of the silicone rubber to make swim fins. Go to personal tools and use silicone rubber and titanium to make a survival knife. Use silicone rubber and a bladderfish to make an air bladder. And then use the battery we just made.
If you're tired of hearing the word oxygen,
I am tired.
The air bladder provides a significant upward thrust to help you get to air faster.
Fantastic. That'll be really helpful. Actually, it is really helpful. All right, and now we can go to personal tools and use the battery that we just made and a piece of titanium to make a scanner. And if I had another battery, I would make a flashlight as well.
All right, I have a scanner.
Yeah. Yes, we have a scanner.
In goes the battery and titanium. Out comes a scanner. Every xenobiologist's favorite tool. This planet has some fascinating flora and fauna, and I can't
Let's eat
wait
some.
to learn about them. This will also give me access to a greater tool set. I'm assuming Altera left behind tech that I can scan for blueprints. That should make surviving and exploring out here a bit easier.
Well, let's...
Sorry, Sam. I haven't forgotten I'm here for you. But it can't hurt to do a little research on the side, right? I know you would have done the same. I will find out what happened to you. I promise.
Well, let's get right to it. Let's do a little research on the side. Get ribbon plant, because we're going to want another battery soon. Some nice scenery to scan here. A violet bow. All right, let's get moving.
Oxygen.
Yeah, our top priority is going to be to make an oxygen tank, so that to extend our oxygen supply. And to do that, now that we have a knife, we're going to head back over to the creep vines over here and cut some creep vines that we will use to make fabric that we will need to make our oxygen tank. And that nice shiny new knife. Let's cut a couple of creep vines.
New blueprint synthesized.
Reminder, again, you can eat these for 3 food and 1 water.
Oxygen.
If you absolutely need them badly. And we have our new air bladder to take us to the surface. Oh, ow, my head. Surface quickly. All right, let's keep an eye out for sea glide fragments. I thought I saw one lying around here, but I don't remember exactly where. Well, I think we're going to need some more titanium also. So there's some. Let's go ahead and scan this so it stops flashing the scan icon in the lower right. Okay. What else? What else? What else?
Oxygen.
All right, all right. We're going to get tired of hearing oxygen really quickly, so let's go in and get that oxygen tank made. Should have everything we need for that now. Personal log, minerals galore.
Nervous about dropping into an unknown area, but luckily this
Fiber
biome seems
mesh
to have an
from creep vine
abundance of minerals
samples.
I can use for tools and upgrades. I didn't want another situation like Bizanto's 5. When Xenoworks dropped me off, there were barely any resources. I survived off the land for 3 months with just a knife, my lucky PDA, and some rope.
Okay,
I'm still kind of proud of that.
She's still talking, guys. All right, we also need fiber mesh to make health kits, first aid kits. So let's make some additional fiber mesh. Now we can go to personal equipment and use fiber mesh and 2 pieces of titanium to make an oxygen tank. Since we have that extra piece of fiber mesh already,
Adding additional blueprints to your databank.
good, we need a repair tool.
The standard oxygen tank can be upgraded for deluxe and VIP breathing.
VIP breathing. Yeah, that's what I'm setting my sights on. All right, we can also use that extra piece of fiber mesh we just made to make a first aid kit. And as we all know, first aid kit's very important. It is dangerous out there. Okay? Oh yeah, and you can now put first aid kits in your hotbar if you want to. Isn't that helpful? All right, next, so we've got our oxygen tank. We now have more oxygen. Let's check that right there. And we do have a little bit of storage in here, so let me drop off some of those ribbon plants that we picked up. In fact, why don't we take this opportunity to turn some of them into batteries, and then we can have a flashlight. Yeah, we'll turn them all into batteries. And then go to personal tools, use battery and glass to make a flashlight. No, not right in the eyes. Jeez, okay. All right, now we're going to put my flashlight in slot 4 and head back out. Now you guys will be able to see a little bit better. Yes, we'll be slower swimming as we go around, but I want you guys to be able to see what we're doing. So next we're heading off to the emergency supply cache over there to see what's going on over there. But we will really important that we're keeping our eyes open for sea glide fragments as we swim around, because we want to be making that sea glide as soon as possible to help us get around here even faster. Replenish our oxygen off of him. Titan holefish are protected by these symbiotes. See the red, the aggressive red fish there? They live in symbiosis with the Titan Holefish and will protect it so that nothing gets too close and harms it. They're also good eating. Still heading for the emergency supply cache. Haven't seen a single sea glide fragment yet. Hello, sea monkeys. Yes, that sea monkey will want to steal my flashlight, and I'm not going to let him. Let's swim away from him. No,
Oxygen.
you cannot have my flashlight. That is a brine wig. They shoot super cold liquid brine at their enemies, at their prey, and freezes them in place. Should we try to get a scan off of him? No, it's too dark. You're not even going to be able to see him. But we have reached the emergency supply
Oxygen.
cache. Air bladder time. So you can now get some air time using the air bladder. Just don't hit any buttons or keys on your way up. Let it take you up out of the water. What do we got here? Supply crate with a nutrient block in there. I'm going to scan a creep vine just so it stops flashing the scan icon lower right. What else we got? Some water. A flare. First aid kit, always come in handy.
I'm telling you, Sammy, you see some weird things when you spend half your day in a sea truck.
More vandalism? Was it the sea monkeys again?
I don't think so. I can't shake the feeling this planet is cursed.
There's no such thing as a curse.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's nothing. You wouldn't want to hear about it anyway. Just a huge creature frozen in ice.
What? Where?
In a cave, not far from your lab. And here's the extra weird part. As soon as I called it in, they closed off the area. Don't want anyone going in there.
But why?
Sammy, I'm no biologist, but I think there was something wrong with it. Its skin just seemed off. Alien.
An alien on planet 4546b. No.
I'm serious, Sam. Something ain't right. Wish I could show you, but I can't get back in there.
You can't. But I might know how to.
Whatever you're thinking, we never had this conversation.
Aha! So something weird going on out in the glacial basin there, huh? And we found our first sea glide fragment. Just scanned 1 of 3. Need to find 2 more before we can actually make one. But yeah, lots of little stashes. Oh, there's another sea glide fragment. 2 of 3. Lots of little supply crates in here with lots of food and water in them. And that is a silver, well, it's an argonite outcrop, but we can get silver out of that.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Mm-hmm. I think we got just about everything around this supply cache, but we'll do one last look around before we head out. And in fact, while we're here, we may want to just dip our toes into this sea monkey cave here to see what's down here and potentially get some good stuff. So we could find silver and gold outcrops down in here, which we're going to need to make some of our early stuff. Not too worried about the limestone. We can find that stuff anywhere. Just look around down here. All right, well, here's some mobile vehicle bay fragments to scan, wedged into a sea monkey nest. Scan that too. And an oxygen plant for replenishing our oxygen on the move. That will pop back up again in about 12 seconds. All right, we don't need quartz. I can scan this just so it stops flashing. Seeing a little silver there, but we don't want to get too far into this cave. Well, that was a silver outcrop with no silver in it. Here's 2 more. Titanium, silver ore. Great. We now have 2 silver ore, which we're going to need to make some early stuff. So I'm glad we...
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I'm glad we visited down in here. There's another silver. quartz and silver. That's 3 silver from here. Great. And still have plenty of time to get to the surface.
Oxygen.
Yeah, nice little porpoise, little dolphin jump there. Isn't that fun? All right. Yeah, we got everything that we're going to get out of there for now. Now that beacon that's there, if you want to, you can pick that up and repurpose it, take it with you somewhere and use it as a beacon elsewhere.
New blueprint synthesized.
But I'm going to leave it here for the time being because this marks an entrance to the Sea Monkey Caves. And we're going to want to get back down in there at some point to gather more stuff, I think. So we'll just leave that for now. We will need a little bit more quartz. Grab some of that on the way back and keeping an eye out for one more Sea Glide fragment. That's a brine wig about to shoot. Did you hear that? I don't see him. There he is. That's him. And we got frozed. Left mouse, right mouse, left mouse, right mouse, left mouse, right mouse to break out. Oh, and we got bitten by and then picked up a symbiote. I think we then released it after picking it up. Wasn't exactly what I intended, but whatever. Works. More titanium. More copper. There's our 3rd Sea Glide fragment right there. Bingo!
New blueprint synthesized.
So at this point, we've pretty much got everything that I would want to have on day 1, or maybe day 2. I guess it's day 2 now. But we've got a knife, we've got an oxygen tank, we've got our swim fins, we've got a scanner, we've got a flashlight, we've got an air bladder, and now we are able to make a Sea Glide. So making quick progress on the first couple of days here. And something that you could not do in Subnautica without a mod, but you can do it now in Subnautica Below Zero, is pin stuff, pin blueprints. So I'm going to pin the compass because we want that soon, and I'm going to pin the Sea Glide. And now it'll tell us up there in the upper right-hand corner what we need to make that stuff. Okay, in which case we will need a silver. We'll go to the electronics. We'll make a wiring kit. We can do that, no problem. I should be able to make at least 1 copper wire, possibly 2. Just 1. All right, so we have to choose. We want the compass or the Sea Glide? We want the Sea Glide. So lubricant, 1 battery, copper wire, and 1 piece of titanium.
The Sea Glide is a personal transportation device used for high-speed freediving. Contains a built-in light and map.
Right-click to turn the lights on or off. F to toggle the 3D map on or off. Great. So now we've got a Sea Glide and just about everything else we wanted. The only thing that we don't have that I would have liked to have gotten today was the compass. We just didn't come across enough copper to make 2 copper wires, so that didn't happen. But I think we're going to call it an episode here, our first episode of the Subnautica Below Zero guided gameplay series. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and there'll be more coming. Stay safe, survivors.